Hello and welcome back, everybody, but probably nobody. This is ThorW and I'm here to bring you more in this Her Story series of videos. When we last left off, we found out that Eve and Hannah had a very interesting dynamic when it came to sexuality, including whenever one of them found a guy that interested them. Especially if Hannah found a guy, then Eve would be the one to take the initiative and go kind of be with the guy while Hannah kind of dated him and Eve was kind of the more sexual being. So, our last search term was sex, and we've got 4 new videos to take a look at and see where it leads us.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
No, this is a police investigation on murder. Absolutely nothing is private, madam.
Are you married? How is your sex life?
Amazing. Astounding. My hand and I are so happy with each other.
So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Okay. You're not giving me much. Come on, give me something.
No! You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
Well, that's, well, that didn't give me a whole lot, slut. Nope, that's the only one. Okay. One other search term we had was Ouija board, which came up a couple of times. Apparently that was it. If I'm gonna do a quick run through. Doesn't look like there's anything I haven't quite searched before. Eric and Diane, diary, I'm pretty sure I did. You can double check diary just to be sure, and the rest I've definitely checked. Tap code, yep. Alright, we can try diary. And I'm pretty sure I've checked this. Alright. So, seeing as we have no current leads off of the videos, or at least no easy leads, this is when we dive into some standard, like, what would a homicide case kind of use for keywords. So one of the things that I'm thinking of would be murder weapon. Nothing really there. How about suspect? Oh, there we go. 4 new videos. Alright. Let's check out what we got about suspects.
When you suspect someone of murdering their husband.
Oh. That's not quite what I was expecting, but okay.
Okay. So you want to eliminate me as a suspect?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Or confirm you as the one that did it. I mean, either works, really.
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, can't be in 2 places at once.
See, you say that, but yeah.
This is the 3rd day running you've called me in. I speak to Doug and Eleanor every day. And they say you've been asking a lot of questions. About me. Should I be worried? Am I a suspect?
Alright, that gives me 2 new names. Doug and Eleanor. Thank you for that. We're gonna make sure we've got that. Anything with Doug? Yeah! Alright, we did it, guys. We found more.
I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Who are Doug and Eleanor? Please, tell me.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the 2 of us, there's always been pressure.
Pressure pushing down on me.
I hoover, I dust every week, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
It's a hell of a secret. Or that's a hell of a long time to keep a secret. One thing I want to point out, that this kind of, this shirt seems like it's rolled up enough that you'd be able to see a tattoo if this was Eve. So it seems like they're two different people. I think I should search tattoo if I can't find anything else. Maybe I can get some more information on it, maybe not.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
I suppose that was a rundown of the events that led up to her contact. It seems like she's the one who approached the police from that particular testimony. So I believe that she might have started by filing a missing persons report and finding out apparently Simon is dead. Or at least that's one possibility.
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
Yeah, I do suppose that, I do suppose two people dying together in the hot, hot summer would do that. Okay, now what was it I was about to search a second ago? Oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. It was, missing person. Or missing persons. Or maybe report. Okay. Well then. I thought maybe filing a missing persons report might have been on her thing, so let's try tattoo. Maybe I'll get more out of the tattoo about Eve's tattoo.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos.
Simon has no tattoos.
Down here, near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago.
Whoa, whoa,
He
whoa.
looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not books so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Alright, this actually gives us a little bit of information. Simon has a scar, cut himself on glass to form it, and he wears glasses. That tells us a little bit more about Simon, and possible things we can search.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Okay. That was a little less telling than I thought it might be, but we did get some information on Simon. Let's search Scar. Okay, let's search maybe glass. Maybe they talk about how he got his scar. Alright, 3 new ones.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Okay, so a present of a mirror. That could be a thing.
But on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it. By hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror. And he gave it to me.
Alright. I mean, that seems like a nice enough present, but in the earlier video you seemed like there was some sort of contention over it.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Well, that video doesn't tell me much. Okay, let's try mirror real quick. Alright.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
Upstairs in the attic or something, maybe?
Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Oh ho! The perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection. Self-depredation? Self-degradation? Mutilation. Not quite. Let's try silver real quick. Alright, what was it? It was glasses. Simon wears glasses. Tell me more about Simon and his glasses. Not a whole lot, but okay.
His body didn't look real. And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses. He doesn't always wear them.
Okay. That tells us a lot. No glasses, throat cut. Alright, what can I search from that? So we we just learned apparently Simon's body... Oh, we could search body. Apparently Simon was found dead. Alright, we got 3 new ones. His throat had been cut. He did not have his glasses. That should be very telling about the kind of situation he was in. Because they already said that he definitely needs these big, thick Coke bottle glasses and to be able to see in order to be able to see and basically function. If he doesn't have his glasses, I'd have to imagine that since he can't properly read a menu or anything like that, he probably wouldn't be able to drive very well, so he probably didn't drive himself anywhere if he wasn't found in his own home. I still don't know the location of where the body was found, which is a very important piece of evidence that I need to find.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body.
Okay, so Eve found the body.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff, stuff we never needed and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed and that's when I called the police.
Okay, that's very important. That's super duper important right there. So, the location the body was found was in a cellar. There were bin bags around, boxes, if anything, it seemed like the body might have been chopped up a bit. She said the throat was at the very least cut. We're adding this to session. That's a very important piece of testimony. We got another video to watch first, but I think cellar is probably a good place to search because that seems like the location of where the body was found. Whose cellar was it? Was it Eve's cellar? It seems like it was Eve's cellar, which is why she would be one of the prime suspects in the first place.
Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now? I felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
That's also pretty interesting, and I got a little flash of a reflection in the screen, so I'm going to add to session anyway. I mean, the biggest thing there is she's talking about pregnancy and her desire to stay the same as Hannah, and her motivation and the drive that she's willing to put through to try and stay the same as Hannah. So, tells a lot about her own personality there. Let's try cellar. Nice. 3 new videos. Good.
No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen, you can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
Alright, tape. Tape is another search term. I'm not going to put it there, but... this one. Yeah. I have to sneeze. That was a good one. I'll mute it for you guys so you don't have to listen to it. Don't worry about that.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. Only worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't lived in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in, as good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So...
Okay, so... apparently there was a whole lot of blood in this murder. I mean, obviously, if it looked like his throat had been cut, a lot of blood would have gushed out of there, so... clearly this was not the cleanest of murders. Cleanest of deaths, at the very least. Heck, it might not even be a murder. What if it was a weird suicide? It's always possible.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
I'm sorry. Whoa! Whoa, that's a lot of big telling information. I'm gonna have to take a... Hold on, let's go back through this together, guys.
Very quickly.
Okay.
We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered.
She has a partner in this, talking about making sure the baby is fine.
We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes, they're gone.
Her clothes, they're gone. We took him down to the cellar. That's the important line right there. That's the important line. We took him down to the cellar. Simon's body wasn't originally in the cellar.
We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Okay, and if I recall, they were talking about the watch being a present from Eric and Diane. Okay, that's a big video. That's a really big one. That gives us so much different information. Bags. Alright, two more on bags. And that was on the 3rd of July was when she came out with this information here at 12:04:21. So, anything prior to that is possible lies coming from her and possible things trying to deal up an alibi, Whereas this seems a lot more telling than anything else we've gotten so far.
When will the police let me back in the house? They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but... Oh, okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house, I knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold.
Pretty sure I already saw this one.
Nothing. I walked to answer it. Then a couple of hours later, it called to come and see you.
Yeah, I did already see that one. Why did that have a... It had a little eye as if I hadn't seen it before. But okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. We could search boxes and tape. Or, box. Okay, tape. Alright, nothing new there. Okay, so this one gave us a lot of different information, but what can I do with it? What else can I search? What else can I search? I gotta think. I'm sorry guys, but right now, this is like... This was a big video. This right here was a really big video. The one that tells you just... Two people moved the body. Watch. Alright. Let's double check watch.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Okay, so this is her in an actual outfit where you could see if she had a tattoo or not. You see, she has no tattoo on her left arm. So, this is two people? I guess when they were doing the tap code thing, it was just for... just doing it out of habit the first time, and just to prove that they could do it the second time, I suppose? Okay. Another thing we could search is blood. Since she said there was a lot of blood on her personal effects and she couldn't get them back. Oh, 1202. Oh, that leads up to the 1204 one. Ooh, that'll be important.
Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records?
Yes. Yes.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Alright, that doesn't tell me a whole lot. These two should probably be a lot more telling.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. He was dead.
Alright. Okay, living room. Yup. This is good. This is good.
She was sat behind him. She had my wig on. And she'd been there all day. And she had blood on her. And she was in shock.
Okay. Okay, wig. Wig is definitely something. Add that to session as well. These latest videos have been so freaking informative. Oh my god. Alright. Wig. Get in there. I want to search wig. Chit chat. No. Never. Buzz when you're ready. Hangs up. Okay. Alright, so that's probably a sign from the game that I'm getting towards the end of it. And that's my decision on whether or not to be done. I'm not done yet. Wig. Okay, 4 new videos. And this is a no, it's actually a precursor to the videos that I just found. Alright guys, it looks like we're almost done with the end of this mystery, but we're going to have to save that for the next episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. This has been such a very fun game to play so far, and it seems like we're winding down towards the end. I think I've just about got most of this mystery solved out. And it seems I was wrong about 1 or 2 things, but in the end, I think I'm going to be able to figure this out for reals. So, be sure to stay tuned, guys. We'll have the end of this mystery wrapped up in no time at all. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye, everybody.